Inland Sports.
But leading things off right now here on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to be quick about this because it's date night in the Broach house. Kraig Broach, the head football coach for the Liberty Bison, joining us live on the show. And Coach, my first question is it every Wednesday night? Is that date night for you and your wife, Tanya?
It's, Pep, yeah, it's been going on for about 15 years now. And so there's a local place down the way that every Wednesday, again, like I've had to cancel that on you a few times, so way back when, so we head down to the Tavern Grill and we just enjoy ourselves. And it's just a chance for the wife and I to finally spend some time together throughout the week.
You know, Coach, it hurts my feelings a little bit. I thought every Wednesday night you hurried home from practice to watch the show, but I guess if you want to spend time with your wife and have a delicious dinner, that's okay too.
Exactly. But we actually have you playing as we're eating and talking. So you're right there with us on each one of our dates, I guess, and so Tanya won't be happy for me saying that, but you're always in our hearts, Pep. So no doubt.
The third wheel at the Broach dinner, which I did see your wife and kids at the season opener against Valley View this past week. And Coach, what an opener to win in dramatic fashion, to hold off Valley View, get the first official varsity win for Liberty. What was that like just to get win number one? Did you feel any pressure going into it just to get that first one out of the way?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so, obviously been doing this for a while, had a lot of different experiences, but boy, that win on Thursday night was pretty special. It ranks up there with some of the top wins I've ever had there. And start new school varsity, first game, all the jitters from the players and myself, and somehow find the way to hold in at the end. It was just, it was one of the most fun games I've ever been a part of. It was just fantastic.
So, Coach, you won 28-27. It came down to the end. Valley View had a chance to, maybe take the lead or, win that thing at the end, but you guys held them off. What did you learn about this team? Which I should say, if people are watching at home, you have no seniors. This is still a super new school, no seniors on this roster. So what did you learn about your young team in that game?
Well, it's not so much what I learned. It's kind of what we learned. Just these are football cliches, but finding a way to win. And I'll give credit to the young guys as things weren't going our way towards the end. And, Valley View was making a real big push, and they kept their calm and they just kept playing. And so as a coach, you can't ask for anything more. And again, a credit to, you see Coach Contreras jumping up and down there as one of the highlights. A big credit to him of just being a stabilizing force and just letting our kids play. We're experiencing, this is all new. It's kind of funny, at the end of the game, we do the handshake line and none of us know what to do. This is our first varsity game. So what do we do next? And then, okay, guys, I talked to you, now let's go on the bus. It was just, everything's new to us. We're trying to figure out as we go, but boy, man, it was an electric atmosphere there. And that was a fun one. It was sweet to be around a bunch of young kids finding a way to win on Thursday.
So, Coach, I've seen enough Heritage games that I know you love to run the football, and seeing this Liberty team, you've got some great running backs. What gets you excited about this running game? Because you got some size up front, too.
Yeah, they run angry, Pep. It's like some things, you try the best you can as a coach to put kids in a position to succeed. But sometimes, you mess up as a coach, and I messed up a lot on Thursday. And, the running backs and the offensive line found a way to kind of just save me. And they played angry, and they got tough yards. And I couldn't be more proud because, again, there are a lot of things I messed up. This is my first varsity game in a few years, and so just seeing how they kind of overcame my mistakes and just played with toughness, played with anger, played with passion, all that kind of stuff you want from an offensive line and a running game. They had it on Thursday.
So you beat Valley View last Thursday, first official varsity win. Now you get to go back home trying to get your first home victory at the varsity level against a tough A.B. Miller squad who's a league champion from a season ago. What are you hoping to see? What areas are you hoping to see that this Liberty team improves on going into this game against the Rebels on Friday?
Well, there's a lot. I mean, being so young, we made so many mistakes, and we had 5 false starts during the game, and we're going to improve. That's just going to happen because of finally having some varsity experience. But quite honestly, what I'd like to see is us be able to spread out the ball a little more. Obviously, we're going to run the ball, but we have different weapons that we can get the ball to, and we need to do a better job of doing that. And then I would say on defensively is getting our D-line rolling. We got a bunch of young kids up front too, and just experience getting hit for the first time and just been pounded on. And Valley View pounded on us. And so I like how we responded. Now I'd like to see take a jump when it comes to the physicality there.
Coach, based on what you just said, obviously no seniors on this team, and all these guys are kind of, growing pains and learning on the job, I guess you could say, at the varsity level. But, off that game, there's got to be, some pleasant surprises. Like you said, the running backs and the linebackers and some guys did some really good things in that first varsity win of the season. But you must be excited knowing that, there's not a single, senior on this team. You're going to have everybody back come next season, but you're already winning right now.
Yeah. I mean, Pep, it doesn't take a scientist here, but, losing's overrated, man. And so I'd rather learn finding somehow to win. And so that's the biggest thing from Thursday night is, we still found it. We learned a lot on Thursday and still found a way to win. And I'd love to continue to do that because, I don't want to have these growing pains with losses, and so that was a credit to the kids there of just, again, finding a way, and we're going to get better. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And there's going to be a time where we're going to be really good. And what we're trying to do is figure out if we can speed that up. And that's what that's about right now.
Well, you can learn and win at the same time. That was proof last Thursday against Valley View. Again, big game coming up for Liberty against A.B. Miller this coming Friday. Coach, I picture Tanya, your wife, just off camera, like tapping her watch, like, come on, Coach. Like, I'm hungry. Come on, let's get over to the restaurant.
Like I set up with you, but I blamed you, and she's okay with that, Pep. So it's why I'm off the hook, man. So it's all on you, all right?
That third wheel at dinner, I love it. Coach, listen, I appreciate the time. The show is going to continue here, but you are free to jump off Zoom. I always appreciate it, and best of luck on Friday against the Rebels.
Thanks, Pep. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. That is Kraig Broach, the head football coach for the Liberty Bison, joining us here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you so much, Coach. We appreciate it. Inland Sports.